Holiday sales are still chugging along. New numbers show retail sales are better than expected, up 2.5%, and online sales are booming as well. Shoppers have spent $32 billion on the web. That's up 15% from last year. Last-minute shoppers don't need to resort to their supermarket or drugstore to find those final gifts. You can still get your hands on this year's hottest tech gifts. And here to show us some of those is Up to the Minute's technology consultant, John Quain. John, thanks for being with us this morning.
Yeah.
Good stuff here.
Yeah, it's my philosophy is why do today what you can put off to tomorrow. There's still like 3 days left, okay? So you can still get these things,
well,
all right?
Speaking of these things,
right.
let's talk about this. This is a set-top box. What is that?
Right, it looks tiny, right? And you'll see them in Best Buy and electronic stores. There's a whole raft of them now. What they do basically is bring streaming video and music services and entertainment over the internet and put it on your television. The one I like, there are about a dozen, is this model. It's from Roku. It's called it's their second generation, the 2XS. It's only $89. I mean, it's very inexpensive. It brings in Netflix, Pandora, all those smart features you see on those brand new TVs, so you don't have to buy a brand new TV to get it. So that's a perfect gift. It also has games on it. Angry Birds is on it.
All this for $89.
Yeah.
And speaking of games, there are some hot video games out there.
Yeah, this was a good year for video games, and I could go through dozens and dozens, but I'll give two suggestions. The Nintendo 3DS, that's the little portable 3D player. Right. Super Mario 3D Land, I think, is one of the better titles. It's about $40. You might get it for less now as a last-minute gift. It's a great title. My 9-year-old resident reviewer at home, she liked it a lot. And she points out if you don't like the 3D effect, you can push the slider and shut it off. So that's a good title. If you got somebody older in the family, teenagers, really rated for 17 and older, the big game this year was Skyrim. It's the Elder Scrolls V. It's part of a series, but it is truly an immersive game. It's three-dimensional. It's like these epic fantasies. It's all about you, though. You can create the character, all the powers you want. There are 150 different dungeons to explore. You can just wander around and slay monsters, but it's really, really a great game. I know we always say it's immersive, but this one really is.
This one is.
It is. It's called Skyrim, and it's about $50 to $60.
I was going to say, really not that expensive.
No, not too bad.
Really, and now,
okay,
let's get into this. It's a tablet world.
Yes, everybody.
What do you got here?
Yeah, well, there are a dozen or more tablets out there. Everybody knows about the iPad 2, but it's big, right? And it's expensive. This is about $500. It's still hot. Obviously a great product, but $500. These tablets, though, that have come out from Amazon's Fire is $200. And what I'm recommending are the ones from Barnes & Noble. There's a very inexpensive Simple Touch reader. It's just an e-reader. It's monochrome, but it's great for reading e-books.
And that is this one right here.
It's that tiny one right there. It's light. You can read in bed. You can read in direct sunlight. It's only $99. That's pretty inexpensive, and it gives them access to all the books they ever want. Of course, you have to pay for a lot of them, but still. The Nook also has a tablet, their own tablet, this color model here. So it has many of the features that you'll see on the Amazon Fire. This one is $249 though, so it's a little bit more money, about $50 more, but it's ideal for reading books, magazines, also Netflix. You can watch your Netflix movie. And it has a better screen, in my opinion, than the Amazon Fire. And you can put more memory on this, some better features. The Amazon Fire had some glitches, so this might be a better choice. Also, if you have a problem, take it into the store. They have Barnes & Noble stores you can visit.
And if you are a photographer, you have two very interesting cameras here.
Yes, I've been playing around with what are known now as compact interchangeable lens cameras. What that means is these cameras are like professional DSLRs, those big ones, you know, that somebody always has at the winter concert or something. These are smaller, they're less technical, but they do most of the things that those bigger cameras will do.
Are they less expensive?
They are not generally less expensive. I mean, a really good DSLR will be $3,000, a really good one, but they cross over. This camera here, there's the Olympus, this is the Pen EP3, and that's the one I really like. It has a lot of different lenses. It's about $900 though for this and one lens. The lens I have on it now though is like a 600 millimeter kind of lens, a professional quality lens, but it's a lot smaller than if you got these giant ones you see in the football field. And there's also
I
one
was going to say, speaking of smaller, look at this one.
So Samsung also has its own. This uses a bigger sensor than the Olympus model does, an image sensor. So I think its pictures are a little bit better. It uses the same kind of sensor that you'll see in those professional cameras, but look at the smaller body on it. It's the NX200, but it's also about $900. But you get a lens with it. You get a flash, the lens.
JQ, when you're talking about these kinds of cameras, can they still be a point-and-shoot camera?
Yes, you can still do them. I often, most of the time, honestly, I have it in full auto mode. And it also has a lot less technical jargon in the menus, so you don't have to take a night course in photography. But if you want to turn it into a little bit of a hobby, get much better shots of the kids, you know, so they still look good and in the shots, they're not all those blurry, you know, iPhone shots that you get. This might be the gadget for you or somebody who's trying to get into photography a little bit more.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
That one looks fun too.
Yeah.
And real quickly, can I ask you, gifts?
Last
minute and quickly.
Do them on Saturday.
Yeah.
For music lovers, I suggest getting a music subscription service card, like a gift card. For RDO and MOG, that's RDIO and MOG are the two services. For about $10, you can give a month to 6 weeks of access to millions, 14 million songs. So you don't have to know what music they like. And if they like, it's a great gift. I think you can get it on a Saturday, Target, Best Buy. You can even send a text message as a Christmas card now. So I know it's not the same.
It's not the same.
but there are no stamps, no envelopes.
Look at these, though. Great things for the holidays, great things for Christmas, and we have 3 days to go. John Quain, thanks so much for being with us.
Anytime.